Hey, this is Judge Wade's bringing you some Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies. This is, of course, from the new DLC. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you a strategy that you and 3 of your friends can easily get into the upper 20s or lower 30s. I mean, it's a piece of cake strategy. You want to hold that door. Do not open that door right there. That's the one that leads to the decontamination chamber, so do not go in that way. So once you're out here, though, I'm going to go over the basics first. If you're already familiar with the basics, go ahead and skip ahead to 4 minutes and 45 seconds. That's when I'm planning on getting into this strategy that I'm talking about. But we're going to go in here on the left hand side. Early on, it's all about maximizing points, so make sure you're doing the typical zombie thing where you shoot them so many times with your pistol and then knife them. Also look for these green terminals right here. Anytime you see a green terminal, just go up to them, press X. That is if you're on the Xbox. You're going to get 100 to 200 credits. So keep that in mind, especially if somebody's short 100 points from being able to hit the box or hit the printer and get a new gun. You know, just make sure you're really communicating and talking to each other. But once you get some points up in this middle area, you want to hit the door that's over on my right hand side. That is where the box is always going to start off. To the left, that's where health is for your exosuit, but to the right, this is where the box is, and this is the way that you go and get your exosuit. You don't start off with that. That's something that you have to go ahead and pick it up. So here's a printer, though. This is where you get your guns. This is where you get special grenades and things like that. And then in through this tunnel area right here, this is the way to the exosuit. And I'll show you another thing that you want to do. Once you come in here, see these generators right here? Actually, right there. You go up to them, hit X, and those will actually turn on the things that you can upgrade your exosuit. Now, obviously, I don't have an exosuit right now, so I can't do that. But this is the way that you would go to that exosuit. And here's another green thing right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. But right behind me, right to my right, that is the doorway that you go to your exosuit. We didn't have enough points, though, so we couldn't actually get in there. Now, I skipped ahead a little bit. This is a dog round. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is like in the other zombie modes when you get dogs, the last dog that you shoot will drop a max ammo. And that's what it looks like right there. It's like 3 bullets spinning around. And those are all the drops. They'll always be green and look like that. And I'll try to show you some of the different drops. But like I said, that's dog rounds. Now we're going to go ahead and get to that exosuit. We've got the money to actually get it opened up. And I think somebody actually opened it up during that round. But this is the path that you want to go. Notice that blue cable right there, that glowing cable, that always runs from a generator to a machine that upgrades your exosuit. So you can find those really easily, but just head on over here. Normally you'd have to open this door. Somebody already did that, but you just jump down in here, press X, at least on the Xbox, and you're going to put on your exosuit, and then you can start getting your perks. I'm going to call them perks, but they're really upgrades to your exosuit. Now, the only 2 upgrades that I had to my exosuit were quick reload, which is right directly behind me, that cable that I just ran by that runs up in that room, and then health. That's just like Juggernog. So those 2 are really good for this particular strategy. Right to my left right here, that is the thing where you jump up in the air and kind of slam down and kind of destroy things. Kind of reminds me of Flopper in a way. There's also something that lets you hip fire a little bit better and something that helps you pick up your friends. But we're going to go over here in the left hand side door. This is the generator that you need to turn on in order to get health, and then you just follow this cable right here. And this is the most important perk in the game. No matter what you're doing, you want to make sure that you always get exo health. I can't stress that enough. That's just like Juggernog in regular zombies, so definitely pick that up. Once you get those 2 perks, then you're going to be pretty good to go. Now, I wanted to go back into this area. This is the area where you spawn in. As you saw on the ground, there are some care packages that drop. You want to hang on to those care packages, especially if they're turrets or the drones that come out, because those are going to really help you later on. So definitely hang on to those. But I wanted to show you out here. This is a great area if you're playing single player or maybe 1 or 2 people to kind of run around in. But when you start getting 4 people, it gets a little bit crazy. You got people spawning up right by the bus right there. You've got 2 windows directly behind me. You've got them coming out of that central area. They also drop down on the left. They come out of that window to the right. Also back behind me, they drop down. So there are just so many areas that you really need to watch when you're in this area. It just makes it really difficult to try and hold that with 4 people. But let's get into the strategy first up. Right, there are 2 special grenades that are really going to come in handy. That is a distraction drone. You throw it out. It's just like monkey keys in zombies. You do that and all the zombies will go to it. That though is a nano swarm, and that is probably more important and better to get. So definitely try to get that. Now also too, gun wise, I'd recommend having this cauterizer or a shotgun as one of your weapons, and then a light machine gun as your other weapons. That just worked really well for me and my playstyle. Now this is the area that we want to hold up in. This is to the right. There's the exosuit that goes to the left. This is the way to the decontamination chamber, and this is where you're going to want to hold up. To my left right there, or behind me, that is the door that leads out to the bus. You want to keep that doorway closed right there. But this is where we're going to hold up. It's really nice. To my left right there, back behind me, let me spin around again. To my left right there, that is a place to upgrade your gun. You've got a window right there. You've got a window straight ahead of me, and you've got a doorway straight ahead of me. So the majority of zombies come right through here, the direction that I'm looking. You do get some zombies that come from the right, but if you stay up in here and you have somebody kind of focusing on that right window, it's really easy to just shoot these zombies down. Plus, if you have something like a turret or something like a drone that pops out, you place those right here and they're really going to help you out. So let me show you. This is round 8. I'm going to skip ahead, I think, to round 19. Yeah, round 19. I've got my light machine gun finally. Actually, I've had it for a little bit. If you look on the bottom right, it'll say Melee Mark 7 right above the ammo. That's how many times I've upgraded this weapon. Keep in mind, you can upgrade a gun 20 times, and it costs 2,500 points each time. And that actually gets me into a little bit of trouble because I thought you could upgrade them 50 times. But this is what it looks like. As you start upgrading your weapons, you'll get different attachments for them. There's a DNA bomb right there. If you look at the bottom middle of your screen, you'll see a skull, and then to the left of that is an IIX, Roman numeral IIX. That IIX is double points, and the skull is insta-kill, or it's really similar to insta-kill if you're familiar with the old zombies. I think it's called hyper damage or something like that. Just makes the zombies really fragile. Now there is a DNA bomb that's out, and basically what happens with that DNA bomb, if the zombies come into that, they slow down and they actually start taking damage. So with them all funneling through in this area, it's really great. You just throw one of those out, especially if you start getting into trouble and you need some breathing room. Just throw one of those out and you can really mow the zombies down and keep them off of you. Now besides the DNA bomb, remember we had the distraction zone. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit there. There's a cauterizer that I'm using, which is a pretty beastly weapon. But the distraction drone does just as its name sounds. You throw it out there, all the zombies flock to it, and then you can run and actually upgrade your weapon as I just did right there. And the nice thing about upgrading your weapon is it always refills all your ammo. Now the bad part, the part that I screwed up on, this is round 27 and we're going to be going into round 28. We end up dying on round 28, but you can see the cauterizer is a Mark 19. When I switch to my melee, you're going to see it's a Mark 20. I cannot upgrade it anymore. It's maxed out. So if I was smarter, I would have paced myself with the upgrades, and then I would have been able to still upgrade this and I wouldn't have run out of ammo. You can see my points. I've got 28,570. I had so many points. I was just like, oh, what the heck? I'll upgrade it a couple times this time, a couple times the next time, and I just ran out of upgrades. And partly was I didn't realize that you could only go to 20. So my advice to you, pace yourself. You're not going to run out of ammo, and you're probably going to be easily able to get into the lower 30s. But that's my video for you. Let me know what you guys think about this. Oh, and check out that zombie right there with the lightning. I didn't mention this about the zombies. Let me do that real quick. But there are different types of zombies. Some are blue. They'll kind of hit you and knock out your exosuit. There's also red ones that kind of explode and do more damage. There's also certain rounds where you get these toxic zombies, and this is what really makes this area pretty good too. When that round comes, and if you get hit by the green stuff, you'll actually get contaminated. To my left, I'm going to actually go in this area. Right here is the decontamination chamber, so you can hit X and get everybody decontaminated. So like I said, another good reason to hold up in this area. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know if you've played this and what you actually think about this. I'm actually pretty impressed. They did a really good job doing this zombies. I'm a big zombie lover, so I've loved Treyarch zombies, and I think I still like those a little bit better, but this is a solid attempt at zombies. I will say this though, man, the swearing in this game is horrible. These guys, you play basically as 4 famous people: Bill Paxton, Rose McGowan, the guy who played Shane on, what is that show called, The Walking Dead, and then Malkovich, or is that Malkovich? I can't remember that guy's name. But you'll play as these guys, but they swear, man, they drop lots of F-bombs, and I was kind of really disappointed this. I wish they would have at least given us a filter so that we could have turned it off. I know this game is rated mature, but really, to me, it's just a little bit overboard. But I'm going to let this round play off so that you can see how we end up dying. Make sure you check out how many kills I get at the end. I kind of steal a bunch of them from my friends. But overall, kind of like this, except for the swearing. But let me know what you guys think. As always, though, take care and God bless.
They finally went down. 2 satellites unconfirmed.
Put boots on the ground. We need to make sure.
Roger that.